Hey guys, I'm back with another video. This one is about using textures with your drawing. The program I'll be using is Paint Tool Sai. However, you can use the techniques with other programs such as GIMP or Photoshop, but some of the shortcuts and such are specifically for Paint Tool Sai. Anyway, so let's get started. Here I have a drawing of a little dude with a top hat, so very classy. I have 4 layers: background, skin, clothing, and outline. Layers are very important when working with textures and digital drawing in general because that way different areas are independent. So first off, we're going to start off with a polka dot texture. So in order to do that, you have to select it, then copy it, and then paste it. Then transform it. So it's pretty complicated, but it's really easy after a while. So you just fit it over and you make sure it's directly above the area you want it to be. So with here, we want it to be above the clothing. So you just do that, do the clipping group, change the saturation, hit overlay, voila, it's done. Or voila. Anyways. So we're going to do that again, but with a pinstripe texture for the vest. So I select it, copy it, select it, copy it, paste it, transform it because it's bloody huge, and then we'll just fit it to be directly above the vest area. And then we'll make sure that the new layer is directly above the clothing, clipping group. Then we're going to have to erase the vest area with the polka dot one because we don't want polka dot above stripe, that's just weird. So then you do overlay, then you do make sure your saturation is lower, then you can play around with the opacity. So that way it's true to the color that's below it. If you just hit overlay, it'll just look weird. Like it's okay, but it's just a weird color compared to what you had originally. So here I choose this little bubbly texture to be for my background. So I copy and paste it and transform it so it'll be bigger. And I size it and fit it to the background. So I don't have to do a clipping group here, so I just simply do overlay and I play around with the hue or the colors and the saturation and even a bit of the luminance. And so then drop the opacity down a bit and woohoo, it looks fancy. So here I'm going to attempt adding a texture to his skin. The thing is with overlay, it really doesn't show up with textures over lighter colors. So sometimes it can work and sometimes it just doesn't. Here in this case, it doesn't, but I still try, and that's what's important. So I'm just playing around with the values of the texture, and it just doesn't work out because it's too light of a color. Usually your mid-level tones and your darker ones work better. Anyways, the 2 important features with textures is overlay, which is the setting of your layer. That makes it so it kind of blends in with the layer that's directly below it and only the one that's below it. And then clipping group is also very important because it makes it so it's only showing up on what's below it. It's kind of hard to describe, but you'll just have to play around with it and it'll definitely be pretty fantastic. Anyway, so I hope you find this helpful, and if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I'm here to help, and see you guys next time.